JLL is a real estate services firm that has offices all over the world. Just thought I'd mention that because I had no idea what JLL was when I came across this video, and I do try to be educational. Now, the way this video was edited, our speaker begins very suddenly, before I even had time to digest the question he was answering. So, for the viewer's benefit, this is the point we're beginning with. Why does diversity and inclusion make good business sense? Got that? Okay, let us begin.
It gives us an organization that reflects our clients. It gives us a business that's creative in the sense that diverse groups are creative and can solve problems more effectively than homogeneous groups.
Accepting that the paired terms of diversity and inclusion currently equate to non-white and/or non-male, our speaker believes that a room full of white males is a homogeneous group, having the same collective perspective, who lack creativity and are less capable of solving problems. This must mean that the United Nations is the most effective problem-solving institution on the planet, right?
And it also allows us to access all of the talent that's out there in the market.
Access all of the talent, huh? Let's see how accessible your solutions to this problem will make your future hiring practices.
More than 50% of the gene pool in the US, in the world, is female. A significant proportion of the talent pool in the US and internationally is composed of minorities in whichever country we're dealing with. And so it's very important for us as an organization to be able to access all of the brains, all of the talent, all of the skills that are available to us in any job market. And so just that alone means that it makes extremely good business sense for us as an organization to reflect the world outside.
So I suppose, for example, that in each of your United States offices you will have to employ 77% whites, 13% blacks, and a 17% mix of Hispanics and Latinos, correct? That would reflect the outside world and would require a relatively stringent quota system. Or would you base your hiring quotas on each state's individual demographics? Your Connecticut offices would need to make sure they have at least 83% white, 10% black, and so on. I am very curious to know to what lengths you are willing to go in order to adhere to this stated initiative.
We're all very committed to the diversity and inclusion agenda.
So you have a targeted agenda. I appreciate your candor.
But it is only a start. It's an important start because we've gone through the steps of understanding that we have an issue which we as a business have to challenge, we have an opportunity which we as a business have to grasp. We've begun taking steps, practical steps in the right direction, but it is only a beginning and there's an awful lot more to do.
What is the issue exactly? Why are you avoiding specificity? And why is it that when I hear you speak, it sounds as though you are nervous, that you are trying to assure, if not placate, some danger that is threatening you?
A couple of examples for you. Within the Americas, we're beginning to track and manage our promotion pipelines to ensure that we have a good gender and ethnic mix within our promotion candidates coming through the system.
So your promotional guidelines discriminate employee advancement based on their gender and/or their race and/or their ethnicity. Got it.
We've instituted a process of a diversified slate when we go into hiring processes.
You also discriminate during the initial hiring process. Got it.
We're establishing links with colleges and universities so that we can recruit on a broader gender and diversity slate.
So you're partnering with educational institutions to establish targeted recruitment practices that discriminate students based on their gender and/or their race. Got it.
And on a personal level, I've also committed to, wherever I'm involved in a hiring process, to ensuring that the candidate list is a diverse group of candidates so that we have a genuine choice across the spectrum.
So you are personally ensuring to include or exclude candidates based on whether their gender or race conforms to your demographic needs. Got it.
We're committed to being externally focused.
Well, it sounds as though you're deeply concerned with being internally focused as well, focused on gender and race.
So that as much of our organization as possible is out there interfacing with clients and the revenue-generating world.
Is that the long way of saying doing business?
We are being faced increasingly with client groups who are themselves more diverse, more inclusive in their approach, and we just need to reflect that image in our organization.
So you need to be as gender and racially discriminatory as your clients are. What if they find you ideologically unpure in the makeup of your sales team? What further steps will you take to become more diverse and more inclusive to meet their desires?
I'd like to say, too, that I view running a business which is diverse and inclusive of all talents available to the business is just the right way to run an organization. And indeed, it's just smart management.
Again, you make a statement to the viewer that suggests you are desperate to reassure people that you, personally, are not a racist, that you are not a sexist. It sounds as though you are making these decisions under some untold amount of political duress. Is acquiescing to the demands of social justice an example of good business management? I suppose only time, and your bottom line, will tell. As always, thank you for watching.